Today I'm fairly excited because I went to Harvey Norman and bought myself a Xiro Exlplorer V with camera and gimbal and range extender. And I'll just show you this camera here, but it's backwards. It looks like Russian. And I got it for the new price. They're going for $9.98 at Harvey Norman at the moment, but if you spend another $100 and make it $1,098, you get an extra year's warranty, so I thought I'd do that. So I'm going to unbox it. Here we go. It's the real deal. It's got the picture on the box and everything. Up until now, I've been flying my MJX 600 or the MJX 101, and I just thought it was time to upgrade because I've been getting better and better footage, more exercise in getting them out of the neighbour's paddock. I wanted one a little bit more real than toy grade. It was either this or the XK Detect, but I thought if I bought this from a local retail outlet, I'd have a better chance of aftermarket service than going through China. So I'm going to cut it open and we're all going to see what's in the box. Yes, it's tight because I don't know how to get it open. Well, these unboxings are supposed to go a little bit smoother than this, I'd imagine. Everything's stuck. I don't want to wreck the box. It'll void the warranty. Oh, okay. There's more there. Bugger. Well, this isn't going well at all. How the hell do you open the bloody thing? It is like this. Bugger. Oh. Okay. Duh. Oh, you're seeing it live. Finally got it done. I'll have to cut that. So here's your bit of cardboard. Here's your bit of black foam. Da-da-da-da. And under the black foam is your brand new drone. It's tiny with the awesome fold down leg to make sure there was no abrasion before installing the battery. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Cool. Banana. Here's a little box with stuff in it. Here's a little box with nothing in it. Here's a little box. Fellas, tools and spare parts. Cover your sky. That would be something. Little tiny screws. A little tiny anti-vibration plug. Screwdriver. That's a strap. That's the magnetic filter. Banner. Lovingly wrapped and packed. Hope you can hear me over the music. If you can't, doesn't matter. Pellers. Singly wrapped like little individual bananas. Power pack. Battery and the USB. Cool. Manuals. Here's all your reading material. Well, I don't have to open the boxes, I can just read what I've got. It's all wonderful. There's a bit of an empty cardboard triangle, fill up space. Gimbal. Ooh, boy. More black foam, the range extender. It's more black foam, which, you know, can't have too much black foam. Oh, that's nice. Very smooth. That's great. That's very classy quality stuff. So I applied for the, I'm not going to tell you, that's too personal. Anyway, so there's the gimbal. Here's the hand controller part of the unit, which I'm keen to see. I wonder if this will be the last drone I ever buy, or will I just go on and get more like everybody else seems to. Warning, improper operation can lead to aircraft damage. Very nice. Just how I've seen on thousands of other. Gee, the buttons feel nice. Very nice. It vibrates when you turn it on like a PlayStation hand controller. This feels nice. Just like the lovely lady in RC Sailors said. That's cool. This is cool. Alright, I'm going to shut it all down and charge it up and come back and have a fly. So there you go. There's my new acquisition from Harvey Norman. Look out, neighbours, and we're about to be a bigger pain in your ass. They're used to me walking all over their paddocks getting the other ones back. Okay, catch you later. Actually, it won't seem like later at all because I just cut this and then you won't even know I'm gone. Just bear with me, listen to the music. It's probably copyrighted. That's a solid screwdriver. Just do that like that. And these would be a left-hand thread, I assume. Don't cross-thread your props. Okay, well that idiot. That goes on there. Why didn't you tell me? And that's nice. There's a spare set, which I knew that because I watched unboxings before. So what else do we need? Reading this. Put the gimbal on. This thing's just fallen off. Oh, I see. Like that. That's easy. The little lime green pushes under there, clips in, there's a lock there. It's excellent. I don't know if I'm ready to progress up to a more expensive unit. Maybe I should have just bought another toy. So that's all going swimmingly. strap unit. There's the range extender unit. So you get little spare balls, 2 sets. Dampening balls and spare tips for your legs. Pop them in the propeller box. Pop that in the propeller box. So I'll pop that in the propeller box. Pop that in the propeller box. Pop them in the propeller box. And I'll pop them back in there and pop that in the propeller box. And now we're just waiting for the hand controller and the battery. We'll do a test flight. Put that there so everybody can see it as I sign off. Bye on this camera and bye on this camera. Okay, well, the battery's charged up. The remote is charged up. I've taken the gimbal off because they recommend for your first flight not to have it on, because when you wreck it, you don't want to wreck the camera and the gimbal at the same time. So I'm going to put this, and it does click in just as they say. Gee, it's got some weight. Hello, lovely. Might glue them on. Little grippy silicone things. I'm going to go out and just give it a short flight because I can't wait. But I've just watched the setup video. I know how to do the spins to calibrate the compass and everything. I'm going to move everything outside and continue the movie. Okay, so according to the Chinese gentleman on YouTube, we turn the controller on, it vibrated, and we have one green light, which is the battery, and the drone is disconnected. So push the button on the drone and it's turned on, it made the sound. So now we do the compass dance. 1, 2, nothing's, oh wait, I know. What I should have done was held the throttle down and pushed this button here. On the instructions it says 3 times, but the Chinese gent says 6 times. So I'm going to start it up again and do that again.
Hold the throttle with fluid position and hold. Press the RC button for 6 times.
Just because I like the vibration of the handpiece. Okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, nothing's flashing. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. We've got 2 green lights and 1 red light. Means that it hasn't got any GPS's. And there's no blinking lights whatsoever. Well, I don't know. Now I've got 3 lights. I don't really know what's going on. Well, now I've got 1 red light and this thing's vibrating. So, fucked if I know. I'm going to turn it off again. Who knows what that means. I'm going to go and check it on YouTube and read instructions again. Today with the Xiro Exlplorer V, I'm going to send it down across the road. The road's only about 200 metres away, according to Google Earth. We'll see how it goes. I hope it goes okay and I hope it comes back okay. We've had a few glitches with it. I'm going to do the whole firing up sequence now. I shouldn't need to calibrate the compass again, but I might. Gonna watch this motor today. It won't spin on start up, but it spins on takeoff. It says to turn it off and turn it back on again. To the Explorer network. It'll say camera can't connect. Seem to be on track now. Let's see if it starts up. Yes. See that motor? I don't like that motor. I don't know what's going on with it. Take it up a little bit and off we go. Here we go, down to the road and back. 260, 70 metres away. Now the hand thing's vibrating, so I suppose, I hope it comes back. Why does this happen? It's dropped out. I've pushed the home button. I don't know what's going on. It seems to be coming back. 270 metres away. So now it's anybody's guess where it's going to land. Might have to catch it in a bucket. Okay, well, what was that all about? Drone? Why did you lose connection and have to come home? Why did you do that? Didn't get too far away. Keep saying camera unconnected. Lost connection with the drone, and GPS's we've all got fully red lights now, so I don't know. Why do you do this? I'm gonna reboot it all again. Pisses me off. Actually, it's starting to piss me off. It's starting to piss me off. At least it came back to basically the right spot. Unable to join the net. Why are you unable to join? You buy something as expensive as this, and you know, you just want it to work. Otherwise you could buy 10 X101s, you know. It puts it in perspective, doesn't it? So what are you going to do now? You're going to hook up. It starts. This fucking motor. So it says camera disconnected, unconnected. It's still recording. I don't know. I'm going to send it down over the cattle yards this time and see what disconnects. Look, it's disconnected again. So what's this fucking mean? It's only 180. So here we're coming back again. What the fuck's that all about? Great. So now we get to land on the fucking wheelbarrow again. Why does it fucking do that? Where are you going to land this time? Yeah. Fucking wonderful. Would have landed right on the fence. Okay. Marvellous. So why does it do that? Another go. Camera disconnected. Camera disconnected. So we are here again. Gonna join up to the Explorer network. I'm gonna give it another calibration. Right, I'm going to run through the list of emails. Check these out, and I haven't stopped yet. So it crashed on the 10th. I've had problems with the connection between the quadcopter and the hand controller. The connection keeps dropping out. It usually returns home with no problems. But today I set some waypoints to fly around, and the connection dropped out in between waypoints, which it did. Dropped out. I lost control. It shot away 90 degrees to the home point faster than what I'd ever seen it fly before, and it lost elevation from roughly 50 metres down to 0 metres over about 250, 300 metres. Yeah, turn it off and then turn it on again, like the Chinese gentleman says. And you think you're actually getting somewhere by answering their questions. Thank you for your reply. I've reviewed the flight log. From the flight log, I find that before flying the drone, you did not calibrate the compass, which makes the drone's compass work unstable and thus causes the crash. So this incident is not caused by the product itself. In the user manual, which I'll go through in a minute, there are instructions requiring users to calibrate the compass before flying the drone, which I did to the letter. We have Service Centre in Australia. We can get your drone repaired, but not free of charge. Of course not, because it's not your fault, is it? Ken is our Australian manager, and you can keep in touch with him for after-sales issues. Well, I do have some issues. Open the Xiro app again. I think the range extender. Maybe it's got something to do with it. I don't know. Going alright so far. Nope, here it comes again. We've got to come home again. Look, it's gonna come home. It's fucking disconnected again. What's the deal with that? What's the fucking deal with that? Why does it keep doing that? What's the range extender fucked or what? Where's it gonna land now? Looks like it might land back on its board. So once more. Oh, that's closer than what it's been. This is where it takes off from. No, well, good on ya. Fucking good on ya. Pisses me off. Camera's not unconnected. The camera is connected. Okay, that's all folks. Maybe it's because of the low battery. Who the fuck knows what's going on? I'll definitely be keeping a close eye on it. Here we are with the Xiro Exlplorer. Had a few issues with it. Lots actually. We're going to try and get it happening again now. That motor there, watch this, it's not spinning. Hit the auto button and off it goes. So I don't know what that's all about. I sent to Ken, the Australian Xiro service manager. Also, as an afterthought, I looked at my head cam footage from the 8th and the 9th of April, taken one day before the crash, and I've made 2 or 3 remarks about the right motor not spinning up at all until the auto takeoff button is pressed, and then it spins up and works well. The footage shows this quite clearly. My question is this: would the failure to spin up initially on startup indicate imminent failure of the motor? And would a sudden engine failure send the drone sideways and out of control, losing altitude as it did and crashing? Let's listen to Ken's reply, which is pretty good. It's technical. If the motor not spin, it might be the surface not flat. Okay, that's very understandable, isn't it? Oh no, the motor doesn't spin up if it's not sitting flat. Well, it was sitting flat. Wants to lose elevation too. Had an issue with it before. It got right up and then this hand buzzer just started. These lights went off, everything was flashing, and it just returned home. So it's nice to fly. It's a bit buggy. Bit scared to take it up high again, but I will. Bugger it. $1,000 machine, it should do what it's supposed to do. Keep saying that when I scan the code on the gimbal and the drone and the camera, the code is invalid, which pisses me off because everything works. It's supposed to work anyway. I do like it. It's been a bit problematic. The Xiro V Explorer. It's been, you know, I mean, everybody on the net says that, oh no, there's a few people that are having trouble with the gimbal and the camera connecting, and I haven't heard anybody get on there yet and say that every time they scan these Q codes or whatever they're called, that they're invalid. So who knows? Okay, this comes as a great disappointment to me, as the drone was only 2 days old. Of course, I'm in no position to argue against the flight logs, but I will say that the instructions stipulate compass calibration when flown in a new area. A new area means like a new area, not from the same area you've been flying it. I'd been flying the drone from the same takeoff point from the first flight, and apart from the repeated disconnections, everything had been going smoothly. When the disconnections did occur, it always flew back without fault to the takeoff point. Did the flight logs mention anything about the disconnections? If the compass wasn't calibrated properly, surely the drone wouldn't have been able to find its way back to the takeoff point. The drone made its way around a number of the waypoints that I'd set before it disconnected and went its own way and flew itself into the ground. Is the disconnection between the drone and the hand control caused by the lack of compass calibration? If so, then the drone wouldn't have been able to auto-return when the previous disconnections occurred. I know I'm not technically trained in the field of drones, but these are just questions of logic that come to my mind. Here's the answer I got back. Dear Peter, I understand you. Let me explain you a bit more. The flight data reflects that few seconds after the drone took off, the compass worked sometimes haywire, sometimes normal. This is because no compass calibration has been done before flying the drone. Well, I'm proving to you that it was. At least twice, and by all accounts and proof, 3 times. It is correct that the drone had made a number of waypoints flying, but at that time the compass had begun to go haywire. This doesn't make sense. Then the compass function broke down, causing the drone fly away and finally crashed into the ground. Under such a circumstance, compass function breakdown, the drone cannot correctly take command from the remote controller or from the waypoint setting, which make you into thinking that the drone lost control. Well, it lost control all right. I wish I had filmed it. It was spectacular. Just a box full of plastic pieces.